Welcome to Survival Theory. I needed a gun case that was cheap, but would get the job done as far as securing a firearm in my vehicle or even at home. And I found this. It's an Ironton case. It's about 30 bucks. It's made in China. Normally it costs more than 30, but it was on sale. So let's talk about some of its features as a security box in general and what I've done on the inside. First, we need to paint it camo. Why are we painting this camo? Because then it would go from tactical to tactical. So, yeah. I'm going to experiment with the bottom as far as some kind of design. So I don't really care what the bottom looks like. Touch of tan, not very much. I'm liking the way these leaves look, so I'll try brown over green and tan using these leaves. Now this wasn't really an art project. I didn't need it to be perfect, but it actually, I really like it. Turned out pretty cool. Definitely better than black as far as trying to conceal it, you know, on the side of the road, in the woods, under some brush, whatever. So that's pretty good. I like it. It's dry enough now to open. It's been about a half hour. Turned out pretty cool. So, it's your typical small gun case in that it has the foam up here and then the foam insert here where you can take out, you know, sections. You can pull out small little sections. Of course, I've got the pistol there in its sheath, extra magazine, and another box of ammo right over here. So that's pretty typical of a gun case. I've also got 8 styrofoam earplugs and a weapon light here, the O light, and it's a pretty cool one. You can just pop it on there, flip that switch, and it's locked in. So, no strobe on it, but that's all right. And that is loaded, so I want to put that up and be careful with it. So, pistol, another magazine, and some extra ammo, and a weapon light. Pretty typical for a gun case. And in here I've got Full Metal Jacket in this magazine. And loaded in here I've got hollow points. And this extra box is mostly hollow point. So the earplugs, 8 earplugs. Now what I did a little differently is I said, well, I've got a lot of room in here. So I kind of want to make this almost a survival kit if I had to grab this and go. So first and foremost, defense is in here. But I've also got a lighter with some Gorilla Tape around it. And it's got that band around it. So I won't release any fuel. So there's a way to start a fire. I've also got a little hank of paracord in here. I don't even know how much this is. Maybe 30 feet. 30 to 50 feet or something. I've got a compass in here, a button compass. And it works. Yep, there it goes, pointing to north. It's a small button compass. And I've got the instructions and tools and extra parts for that O-light stuffed in there. I just made a little slot here, jammed them in there. But in addition to that, if I remove this top foam layer, I've got more in there. I've got an emergency blanket. And what I did was I just hollowed out this bottom foam area just enough to make like a shallow impression in it. So I can put this emergency blanket in there. I've got a multi-tool. This is a Leatherman. It's got the knife, saw, pliers, pretty much everything I might need. And I've got this flashlight in here with extra batteries. But I'm actually considering taking this out, because now that I found that O-light, weapon light, I don't think I need that in there. And I like to take this kind of everywhere I go, so I'll probably not put that back. So now I've got a space to put something else in there if I want to. Or I could put the phone back. I also have my secondary wallet in here. This has all kinds of gift cards and credit cards that I don't use. You know, it's valuable stuff, but something I don't carry around normally. So I put it in this lockbox. But in addition to that, pull up this piece of foam, and I've got even more stuff. And as you can see, the bottom is hollowed out slightly so that they don't make a bulge in the foam when I put this in the bottom. That is some emergency food. This is just one of those Mayday mini meals. It's got some calories. It'll kind of fill you up. Doesn't make you thirsty. And one emergency water. I got this from Omega Survival in Dayton, Ohio. And also keep my checkbook in the bottom. It's flat, so I don't really need a space for it. Some extra cash. And some aqua tabs. So I've got a way to purify water, extra cash, you know, my checkbook, which I rarely ever use. I can put this Mayday mini meal and emergency drinking water in there. So there we go. Now putting back this emergency blanket and my wallet and the Leatherman. And I'm not going to put the flashlight back because I actually don't want this back in there now that I've found that O-light. So I can put this back in there. And I keep these little pieces of foam that I removed just to kind of put over my wallet because it shows through. You know, maybe it prevents the gun from scratching it, I don't know, but I can put my pistol in there. It's ready to go. Under the pistol is the hank of cord. Let's see, what else did I have in there? Lighter. Yep, there we go, and that all fits right in there. The O-light instructions. And that was in this slot right here. I just kind of separated the foam a little bit. Extra ammo. And my O-light will drop right there, ready to go, ready to use as a flashlight or a weapon light. Extra magazine. And my button compass. So, you know, I've got defense, a way to purify water, shelter with a blanket. Also under this, let's look under here. Back behind this I have a pillowcase. This can act as a pre-filter for water. It can act as a sack to carry items. You know, just whatever I need. A tourniquet, it can act as almost anything. It's kind of like a large bandana that has the dual capability of holding something inside of it. Start a fire, whatever I need. And also have this heavy duty tin foil in there. This is a pretty big piece. I could use this to form a container to boil water in, purify water in. And this stuff just kind of sits back there. No big deal. I could actually fold this out a little bit more. There we go. So there you have it. Not much to it, but I thought it was pretty neat because I bought this case to secure my firearm in the vehicle because my primary firearm I keep with me and I don't have it in a case. So this secondary firearm that's in my vehicle, I can lock it up and run a cable to the frame of my vehicle so that no one can remove this from the vehicle, you know, without tools or spending a lot of time. And it does have the metal rivets or metal plates around the lock hole, so you can't just grab a knife and kind of cut through it real quick. So it's pretty handy. It gets the job done. And I've left this spot open because I'm considering getting my primary firearm and taking out blocks so that I can store both in here. Another extra magazine for the other pistol and then the other pistol here. That way I could put both in here if I needed to. But for now I just keep my backup in here. And it's possible that I may have passengers in my truck that I don't want, you know, getting access to my firearm. So I can lock this up and put it in the back and not worry about someone, you know, in the back seat messing with the firearm. So, pretty cool. And again, it is weatherproof, so that's pretty awesome. Let's go see how it looks outside. See, that's what I was looking for. Just better color so it blend in. If I had to stash this in the woods, pull it out of my vehicle, throw it on the side of the road in the woods, I can come back later and get it. Awesome. Now some of this paint is going to rub off here and there, and I'm not really concerned about that. This isn't, it wasn't painted camouflage to look cool or pretty. Well, it kind of was. But it's mainly, you know, let's say I'm out of state and I'm driving, and then I have to go to another state where carrying my firearm would be a severe issue. Like, let's say, heaven forbid, I had to go to California. I might stop at a national forest on the way and just stash this in the woods. It's waterproof. It's going to be well concealed by its colors. I can stash it in a forest somewhere and really not worry about it maybe till on the way back. That way I don't have to worry about the gun in California. Also, you know, maybe I'm camping somewhere and I don't want to leave anything in my vehicle. Again, I could stash it on the side of the road in the woods so that when they went through my vehicle they wouldn't find this. And hopefully, you know, by locking it up with a lock and running a cable to the frame of the vehicle, this isn't something they can smash and grab. You know, you break a window, you reach in there, grab what you can before someone shows up. It's just not that easy to grab this and go unless you brought serious tools. So that's why I chose this case and why I painted it camouflage. Now, this doesn't take the place of my get-home bag, my bug-out bag, or anything like that. It's just a way to carry a few other emergency supplies within this case. And I may have a passenger with me during an emergency where they need a firearm. I've got my firearm. They need a firearm, extra magazine. They may need some kind of shelter, a flashlight, you know, a way to start a fire, things like that. So another person could have at least a little edge on having some gear. Because you know how it is, most people are not prepared. So let me know your thoughts and ideas in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching Survival Theory. Be sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.